and go over to Netflix and let's talk Back in Action. Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz making a film for the first time in 10 years on Netflix. And I think, well, okay, not to try and review this film before you actually say anything, Sharon, but I think that's enough reason for this film to exist. We have Cameron Diaz back on screen, and therefore I don't really care if it's any good. But you tell us about this film. Tell us what.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in this one.
Yeah, it's the story. They are a two CIA agents who've been working together. They've gone undercover, working an operation in London, trying to foil some international terrorism. There's this thing, this sort of like a gadgety thing that does amazing things.
MacGuffin! There's a MacGuffin!
Yes, a wonderful and terrible thing. And things happen, and they basically decide that they're a plane that they're on, they think they've been betrayed, crashes, and then they decide to, you know what, let's just not go back to our lives, let's just find a new life, because they've started their own relationship and they've discovered that she's pregnant. So they're like going, you know what, we've got a good way out. The plane has crashed, you know, the bad guys have gone, we don't know who betrayed us, but should we just not go back? So they then form their own life. And then 15 years later, they've been married for 15 years. They've got 2 teenage children. Daughter's acting out a little bit. The young boy's, you know, sort of, who's just young and sweet, but he's coming towards those teenage years. And they've been living out there. He like coaches the football team, as in the football,
American football thing. Yeah.
No, soccer team. He's like coaching the
proper football.
Proper football, yeah. And I don't know what she does. She sells stuff on Etsy. So they've got their life. And then suddenly their past is there, presents itself again. Gunshot, you know, madness ensues, and they have to flee with their 2 children to Britain to, you know, sort things out with that thing.
Yeah.
And then chaos ensues. And you see them tearing around London. Glenn Close pops up with an awful British accent, and then like they basically have a bit of a blast. Kicking, fighting, jumping and shooting and stuff. So I get the feeling, they probably had a lot of fun doing this film. And I would say it's fun is the word that comes to mind. Believability, no, that doesn't come to mind. Peril, no, there's no peril in this film. Do we know that they're going to get there in the end? Yes, we know that exactly. We know, and are they going to
spoiler, Sharon?
That problematic relationship with the daughter, is that going to be reconciled by the end of the film? Yes. But it is fun. It is.
I might not watch this film now. You just told me everything.
So forget the plot. That's not what it's about. It's about Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz having a laugh.
Yes.
And you can see how their 2 teenage children, when they're sort of like start singing along to like Salt and Pepper or something, you know, how they're like deeply cringing, and it's like that's what you want. You want to see them sort of doing what they do, having a real ball of a time. Yeah. And then the rest of it is all incidental. So if that's what you want, is like them having fun, it delivers. I mean, if you're going to look at it critically, it's like, is it a great action film? Not really. Is it a great story? Not really. But do they have fun? Do you have fun watching it? Yes.
I think.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, I think with Jamie Foxx, you do get. I mean, he's really good at. I don't know. He's just, to me, I rate Jamie Foxx really high. I enjoy him in most things. Most of the things he's in, I enjoy it. Even if it's serious or
he's an old school movie star.
He is a proper movie star. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And there are some running gags through it, like how all the girls all the women, they sort of go to Jamie Foxx and go like, oh. Yeah. And then the other men around about, they're going, oh, he's actually not that. He's not that great. And then all the women are going, no, he is.
Yeah. That's how I would be. That's how I would be if Jamie Foxx was here. I'd be like, he ain't that great. He ain't all that.
Yeah, he do a great impression of everybody.
He is.
Toes, I know it's a bit different. Have you ever seen that clip? And it's on YouTube where he's talking with Denzel Washington, and he does Denzel Washington. It is the funniest thing, man. Check that out. It is the funniest thing. Denzel.
And also, I'm not sure, and Sean, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but have you realized that this film with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx is an Any Given Sunday reunion?
Yes, yes, yeah. Well, I saw. Funny enough, they were on Radio 2. There's this. We do this quiz. Funny enough, the guy who was telling me about um,
The Strange Darling.
Strange Darling, and we listen if I can, if I possibly can. 10:30, I get there, listen to 10 to the top, and they've just happened to be on there talking about the movie, and
Yeah.
both of them were hilarious. You could see them together, and you could just hear on the radio the fun they were having, And he does Al Pacino and some other impressions. He's Jamie Foxx is a class act, man.
He really is. He
So
really
I
is.
would probably to summarise my review of it is, yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I get the feeling from their chemistry, they're good pals. You don't really see them as a romantic couple, but you see that they have a lot of fun together and they love each other, but in a sort of like they're like in a best pal
Mate.
sort of way.
Yeah,
So if I
well-
would say any criticism, I'd say it did for me lack a little bit of chemistry in terms of like believing that they were actually
A couple, yeah.
married with children. But
Yeah.
it was a fun ride. So I probably couldn't give any more than a 3, but it was a fun ride. And you
Worth
get
a watch.
to enjoy it.
Well, it's a bit like the film Ticket to Paradise with George Clooney and Julia Roberts, and that's a film that it's kind of like the old school film where they went. You know when you used to have films, they have a poster and it would just say Clooney Roberts.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. It's like it's like, what's the film about? We don't care. it's like Clooney Roberts. What's the film about?
That's
We
it.
just said Clooney Roberts. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
With this, it's like Fox Diaz.
That's
what-
it. Yeah,
and-
I
and
mean, it
if
is.
that-
You're right.
yeah.
It is old stardom, and it's like with the Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. You know what I mean? You know what you're going to get.
Exactly. Who cared what the film was? I mean, most people probably couldn't tell you the different plots of the different films they were in. But it was Astaire and Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would probably like to see this. I'd probably enjoy this because I did like Bad Boys, and even though it's ridiculous, it's still it's meant to be ridiculous. Not like Fast and Furious where they think it's
Please don't.
Yeah,
don't.
and there are some laughs. There are laughs.
Sure,
in it.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I would say it's fun. Just go for the ride. It's fun.
yeah,
Sure,
good.
sure. We were having a good time. I had to bring up Fast and Furious.
Oh, sorry, man.
We're having a good time. So because there's quite a few films like this. Like there's The Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
This sort of like family spy movie is becoming its own subgenre, especially with streamers. And each streamer seems to have them because good lord, there's The Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg. There's one with Kaylee Cuoco and David Oyelowo, which is on Prime. I can't remember what it's called, but it's very similar. Where she used to be an assassin and everything like that. I was supposed to, and then it comes, but she now has a family, and then she gets pulled back. It's called role play, yeah.
Role play.
Yeah. But it seems to become a subgenre, especially with streamers, where they all have their own sort of like family action movie where the parents get pulled back in and everything like that. But anyway, you've already given it the stars. All I need to ask is, who do you think has won this week?